Oh hey, don't mind me. I'm just catching up on something. Oh, the well, let me just say that's the last time I ever do business with the Tojo clan.
I've heard about the Dojima family. You guys collect your debts at the end of a gun barrel, right? When someone doesn't pay up, you kill them to prove a point. Everyone knows.
So in my recently handicapped position, I've been getting to know my Wii a bit better. Small, tucked away, always seems to hide behind everything else. But no.
There are actually some gems on here, but first, a little background. How could anyone forget the Wii? Nintendo's attempt to target the general market, rather than just the hardcore game that only cared about Shadow carrying a gun or something like that. Still, it paid off, becoming the most sold console in the 7th generation. So of course Sony and Microsoft tried their hands at motion controls, but they aren't so well remembered, more just coming off as gimmicks. But for me, the Wii just took a backseat to consoles like the PS2 and the PS3, mainly because I could never find any batteries for it, and I wasn't the biggest fan of motion controls and especially tilt controls, so I only had a few games for it. But recently, I've started collecting more and more, and let me just say, I was missing out. Mario Kart Wii, Sonic Colors, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, all great games, but the problem is, those games require two hands and yeah. So I found a bunch of single-handed games to play instead. Let's just work through the pile and see what happens. This is a game I was reminded of when I watched RT Game's stream of it. I was so compelled by his raw talent that I just had to pick it up for myself. Released in 2011 as a sequel to Rhythm Tengoku on the Game Boy Advance and Rhythm Paradise on the DS, this game boasts plus de 50 jeux delirants? Oh, more than 50 delusional games. Also, don't forget your wrist strap, very important. And with no logos, no warning, no consideration for your well-being. If that won't get you hyped up to play some delusional games, I don't know what will. The premise of the game is simple. You have a rhythm-based mini-game to play, and if you do well enough, you unlock the next one. Play through enough and you unlock remixes, which are songs which take elements of the previous games you've encountered. But despite its simplicity, there's a lot going on here. So let's not waste any more time and check out the first game.
Well, hello there, monkey. Who might you be?
Oh. Monkey goes through the game mechanics, pressing the A button in time to the beat. And after a few practice shots, and what could sound like a racist baseball coach out of context. Oh hello, what are you gonna do? This is our first song, upbeat and cheerful. You know, to get your spirits lifted, or maybe to give you a false sense of security as to what lay ahead. There are plenty of audio and visual cues to help you in guaranteeing that superb rating at the end, rather than just a bleh, common stock, barely scraped by OK rating.
Next, we leave the place of golf to, wait a minute, we, golf.
What's going on? Why is this happening to my pristine copy of Wii Sports? This minigame is special because it introduces the use of the B button, which I think is a bit drastic. I mean, I can barely handle the golf game. In this one, you're tasked with assembling robots by screwing their heads on. The song is full of mechanical sounds and synths, and only when you complete the game, you realise these things are the size of skyscrapers. Because, you know, I thought they were little things that you put on your desk or something. Now when you're at the park, and you come across a seesaw, you can rest easy, knowing that it's been thoroughly inspected, thanks to these guys. This song is fun, but it's full of strange noises as the characters jump, and it always makes me laugh. It can get a bit tense when they pick up speed though, so watch out. this one, you're on a date with your crush when suddenly some weasels appear and it's up to you to stop any balls from hitting them. A slow lovey-dovey song with plenty of audio and visual cues, but you know what? These athletes in the back are hell bent on hurting these weasels. They want them dead. But what if they're actually secret war criminals in disguise? So here's what I'm gonna do.
Now what happens when you put all those games and put them together in a blender? You get
Another cheerful song set in a sunny landscape, and I hope you like brass because it's full of it. But as long as you remember the mechanics, you'll be fine. Can you handle copying a repeating pattern? Then this is the game for you. A fun song with some slick bass and synths. Catching light speed food on a fork has never felt so good. And when you get the 3-layer one, no other feeling comes close to that. Take Forklifter and replace the fork with a tambourine wielding monkey, and that's the premise of this game. But the B button and brass make a triumphant return, but that monkey, you can't say no to that phase. Failing this stage would be like committing a felony or something. You're going to start seeing a lot more monkeys real soon too. Why this one wasn't called Boar Meeting is beyond me. The song is quite short, but it still remains an allegory of today's corporate world, with the drums representing a booming market, and the assistant schools acting as a cry from beckoned souls trapped in the 9 to 5 and mindlessly following orders. I told you there would be more monkeys soon. But by going by the name, it seems like we're on a safari looking at monkeys.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, Monkey Watch, I see now. Okay, so you go around the face slapping high fives at monkeys. It's actually quite entertaining. The song is lively and the visual cues help, but sometimes they throw you off. What? Where did that balloon come from?
But since this is a monkey watch, it surely can't take regular batteries.
Of course, who could forget that oh so iconic channel Big Ben? And not only that, the tambourine monkey is having a phase. But only if there was another monkey somewhere in this remix. My life would be complete. Similar to Tambourine, this one has you repeating actions, this time flinging balls up to a container at the top of the screen. The piano melody acts as the audio cues, and it can get quite tense with how fast the balls appear. I don't know though, the vacant faces that stare at you throughout is kind of unsettling once you notice them. In this one, all you have to do is bounce the stick across the platforms and use them to assemble what the game calls widgets. But it's loaded with tempo changes. You will miss a few on your first try. I especially missed the slow ones, but don't feel bad, the game can't even explain this. I actually hate the slow ones. Feels like I went for a bus with how long it takes for the cues to show up. But when the tempo gets faster, damn, this one can get wild. This one just does something to you. The fast tempo, blaring trumpets, the drums. You can't help but tap your foot as you play. The audio cues are here in the form of this cat saying when he's going to change speed, but the game does a sneaky with the visuals, covering them up in clouds sometimes, so you only have the music to base your timings off, and you better not drop any shuttlecocks, who knows where they'd end up. And for those playing at home, that is indeed a flute synth from the Microsoft Wavetable synth sound font.
Imagine you've just bought this new toy and you want to show it off. What does it do?
1, 2. 1, 2.
However, it can do so much more. If you press the button at the precise moment, you can make him do a punch that will put Mike Tyson to shame. This is another repeating one, but the cues are shorter and packed closer together, so you need to be paying a bit more attention.
Go, go, go! And jab, jab. 1, 2. Jab, jab. Go, go, go!
Ooh, our first song with vocals. Seems like we're in a restaurant, and they allow toys on the plates apparently. But this one is harder than it looks, especially on the first go. The built to scale sections can be tricky, and the figure fighter sections are quite fast in between the air rally sections, so be careful of that. Still, once you get the hang of it, you'll get that superb ranking in no time.
I believe in you!
This is by far the most recognisable one in the whole game, no question. Even if you haven't played this game, I guarantee you've seen one of the numerous parodies somewhere. The cowbell intro gets your attention, and what follows is the best damn wrestler ever to grace the earth, with a reporter spouting absolute gibberish at him. Man doesn't even care and just says, at her. And since this is a news report, you are politically obliged to pose for the fans.
Local celebrity named wrestler has tragically passed away. A 911 call was made early this Wednesday morning, and when dispatchers arrived, they found wrestler dead, buried in a shallow grave 3 miles from downtown Chicago. He was loved by many and will be missed by the world as a whole.
You know, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this one is an allegory of modern corporate life. Endless rows of people doing the same tasks over and over. But no, wait, there's a difference. In the modern office landscape, you don't catch sweets and swat spiders away. Despite blatant unrealism, this song is incredibly catchy, and the visual cues do make me laugh at times. How do you think the application went for this job?
Do you have any special skills? Ow, no.
Double up.
scientist peers into his microscope, and what does he see? What do these guys do? For this one, you tap the button in a regular pattern and change to a 3-tap when the audio cue hits. The look of so many microbes swimming in unison is very hypnotizing. This one follows a simple pattern with easy visual cues. Sounds easy, right? But then blam! Now all you have are the audio cues to guide you. But you are given a rather entertaining story to watch while you play. Be careful with those pinwheels, guys. Demon creatures love them, and they get super jealous when they see someone playing with one. This remix takes elements from oriental pieces, from the instruments to the chord progressions. This is a good time to actually talk about the visuals as a whole. It's chock full of colour, and there are so many hidden moments that you may otherwise miss. There are some slower sections, but don't sleep on this one, for it slaps harder than the late notice on my desk after buying so many games. What's a Japanese game without fish? Here, you're catching them in time to the audio cues, with 3 different types, each with different behaviours. All you need to do is make sure you act at the right moment, otherwise, no fish for you. But you know what they say.
You give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish, you give him no.
Attention, company!
Why are these guys so cute? Look at them rolling about. How could you be upset with this? If only there existed a plush of it. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh yeah, the song itself. There's a constant beat you maintain until the commander changes it, either with a cowbell or giving you an amount of time to do flipper rolls. So not only do you have to worry about keeping the beat, but there's maths involved too. This one has you batting home runs against the pitcher here. The visual cues are hidden by the curtain until the last second, so just press A at the right moment. But this pitcher here, I absolutely hate her. Every time you miss, she laughs at you. Yeah, I hate you so much. You think you can just laugh? Well, no. You like that, yeah? Huh? Yeah, throw your cap down on the floor. You think you can beat me? Not a chance. Like with Flipper Flop, this one has a constant beat for you to maintain, but the difference here is that you have flamingos, and not just any flamingos, the huge birds of happiness as the game calls them. The music is strong with its percussion to help you, and the visuals offer nice distractions as you play, as well as giving you some nice words of encouragement.
1, 2, 3, go!
This one takes place in prehistoric times. This tells me that baseball has been around a lot longer than I first thought. Don't think you can get away with not tapping your foot to this one either. But watch out for the transitions, especially between flock step and flipper flop, as it will throw you off on your first run. Wait, where's the chief of the seals? Maybe it's just in their heads. Let go, guys, the accident wasn't your fault. How could you be expected to read the big danger sign right in front of you?
Local SEAL commander plunged to death after falling from a 143-meter cliff.
Wait, what the heck is this? Get a perfect right now and receive the music entitled Exhibition Match.
You know, I really want to get that music entitled Exhibition Match. Oh damn.
You wait, oh no, you get 3 tries to do it.
You better not screw up. There is no room for error, so you better get your concentration in high gear. Who's the man? Who's the man? Who's the man, Yes, come on. Only 49 left to collect. Damn, I'm gonna be busy for a while.
But not all perfects are created equal. Some are a breeze, while some are awful. You could be on the last section and just miss one and oh, come on, can't you let me have that? Stupid game. Don't even know why I bought this thing now. All I can say is just practice them and eventually you'll get that shiny perfect badge. Maybe. Wow, NASA's budget has really taken a hit. You're in charge of these rockets here, and it's up to you to launch them. There are 3 different types that have different timings, but the launch pads move all around the screen, the game's way of distracting you. Since this is a space song, expect to find grand brass sections with the occasional space radio sound effect. This is Mission Control. We seem to have come across these strange rocket things. I'm not quite sure what their deal is, but they do seem to be invading our airspace, so we are going to have to take them down. What is going on here? What is this octopus guy doing? Is he the commander? What are these 2 other guys doing around me? Oh, we're on a spaceship now? Oh, okay. I don't even know where the premise came from for this one. Funnily enough, this minigame isn't one of my favourites. The space for you to press the button is very tight, especially the triplet sections, which can make going for a perfect in this one an absolute chore. I don't know, maybe you'll like it, but not for me. Not even the super sound effects can make up for it.
Hi, I'm in Brazil to give you some great bossa nova sounds, featuring volleyball and a spinning plate. Did I also mention that you're floating on a cloud? So if you're a fan of romantical chords mixed with a bit of jazz and a bit of brass, then this is the minigame for you.
If you couldn't get enough of the romance from Bossa Nova, then this one is for you. All you need to do is repeat what the woman sitting on the car is saying. Easy, right? The timers on this one is crazy tight, especially on the into you parts. I've heard that this one's easier if you play it in Japanese, but I'm not sure if that's true. I'm not entirely convinced. Well, I've just noticed, we're parked really close to an airport, so really it should sound like... Of all the remixes so far, this one is my favourite. The melody has been stuck in my head since I first heard it, especially the love rap segment, but the donk donk section really got to me. We need to switch to the faster rhythm. I'm not sure if it's a problem with registering inputs, but it doesn't seem to work sometimes. On the other hand, the launch party segments are so satisfying to hit. Fun fact, this remix is based on Flat Earthers. Have you ever wanted to be part of a synchronised tap dancing group? Nah, me neither. That doesn't stop this one from going so hard with the woodwind and the organs. Rhythm is consistent until an audio cue changes it to a faster one. The vacant expression in the dances made me think they have PTSD or something. If you miss a beat, they stare at you like a waiter and you've just pressed no tip on the iPad. I hope you like spit in your food. Speaking of food...
Together. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Together.
This is a jolly song featuring shrimps. I wonder if they know how to fry rice. Like with previous songs, there's a constant rhythm which changes on an audio cue. If you weren't expecting it, kiss that superb rating goodbye. Like with love rap, some of the inputs are really tight, so if you're going for a perfect, you need to be concentrating.
I couldn't actually find any shrimp, so we'll have to have a go with prawns instead. But I've never actually had these before, so hopefully... Hang on, not sure about that. Ooh, does that look good? Cheers. That. Oh, I dropped. Have a taste, see how it goes. Oh. Oh, that's rancid. I think I meant to have this with something. I kind of. Let's go again. Nah.
Do you ever have trouble studying? I know I do, but fear no more. With the new cheerleader scheme, you'll get more A's than the Finnish word for destination, featuring various incredible phrases, such as come into a library near you. Lyrics aside, this one is easy to get the rhythm of, with the long audio cues, and visuals that reference older Rhythm Heaven games too. Ah yes, who else remembers Book? That absolute pinnacle of classic literature. This is Karate Joe, ladies and gentlemen, a classic of the Rhythm Heaven series, appearing in the first game on the Game Boy Advance. This one has you punching pots in time to the music. There are visual cues to help with offbeat pots that come at you, as well as any barrels to alert you of any combos coming your way. This one will definitely get stuck in your head like it did for me. I'm dying. You know what? Forget what I said about Remix 6. This one is definitely my favourite. It's just so groovy, and the visuals are so pleasing with the colour scheme and the new outfit everyone's wearing. I don't know, everything just seems to have a 70s vibe. The best part of this is the shrimp shuffle section, but they're not shrimp fried rice anymore, they're just shrimp fried. That crispy batter got me acting unwise. But the tap troop sections take a close second. When you're tapping up the rhythm at the end, building up to the final note with a long crescendo, it can get really tense, especially if you're going for a perfect. Huh? What's this? Congratulations on clearing Remix 7. Not everyone makes it this...
Well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I did practice Love Rap at least 15 times.
far. Maybe you'll like us to introduce you to the folks who made the game. What, like, can I meet them? Just imagine them giving you a high five. Oh, it's just the credits. You know, this isn't that bad. It's really fun watching that little guy jumping up and down. It's so relaxing. You know, I wish the credits were playable too. I can actually play this. This is followed up with the roll call of everyone from the minigames. Hey, do you remember the fork? Because I do. You remember that stupid picture? Yeah, we thrashed you. Oh yeah, can't forget the shrimp too.
Wait a minute. I was promised more than 50 minigames. What's going on here?
Oh, there they are! All these new ones are second versions of some of the previous ones, so if you couldn't get enough of Love Rap, Built to Scale, or Karate Joe, then you're in luck. These new editions have new audio or visual cues, faster tempos, or offbeats to catch you out. They offer us a great challenge for anyone craving it. However, remixes include a wider variety of minigame segments from all over the game, so don't be surprised when you're playing Remix 8 and Double Date, even though you haven't seen it since Remix 1 shows up. Here are some of my favourites.
3, 2, 3. Okay, it's on. It's up to you. All about you.
All about you.
All about you.
All about you.
All about you.
All about you. Double up. Double up.
But none of these can even compare to the beast that is... This remix takes every game you've played and smashes it all into 3 minutes of madness. If you keep your cool, remember the cues, you'll get through it. Or maybe not. Let's try again. What, again?
Baby, I'm a broken man. I'm just a shattering storm. Baby, try to find my way as the lonely shadows swarm. Whoa, 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 I'm just a man missing you. Please understand, without you, I'm dying. No one will know how I bear my weight alone. In the end, I choose my solitude.
Oh yeah, finally got it. But wait, okay's not good enough. I need to go for a superb rating.
Baby, I'm a broken man. I'm just a shattering storm. Baby, try to find my way as the lonely shadows swarm. Whoa, 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 I'm just a man missing you. return. Under the cycle of seasons as fast as by and I cannot wonder, I wonder just where you are now. I hear from everyone that you are different and that you are yet more beautiful than before. Whoa, whoa, if you say that you are happier now and that's just the way you feel about everything now, well then I guess this is the way. That it is.
Yes, yes, yes! Look at that screen. That screen makes it all worth it. So that was Rhythm Paradise on the Wii. So unless you're a narcissist, someone who hates having a good time, or someone who just hates having fun, there is no reason for you to not play this game. Oh.
What are you doing there?
Oh, nothing, I promise.
It looks like you're going to emulate our precious intellectual property.
What? I would never do such a thing.
Stop the cap!